Today on What TV News, the Winter Olympics are over and we've got you covered as you look to try out one particular sport. Some of you want a voice and other views have a voice. We step into a club you might like, and we have photos of some staff members as high schoolers. Be prepared to see some interesting fashion trends, and finally, we go over a local business that is trying to change the world, one tool at a time. This is What TV News. Good morning, everyone. I'm Gabrielle Volkner, and welcome to our 20th episode of the year and our 5th of the semester. The Winter Olympics have always inspired many to try their skills in some of the complex sports that the athletes make look so easy. Curling always draws huge crowds to the television screen, but very few people have actually ever tried the sport. A small business in Villa Park is looking to change that. Reporter Tyler Abrams and photographer Kenneth Tolman give you more.
It's a sport unlike any other. Let's see if you can guess what it is. You take a 44-pound stone and use a slider to slide the stone across 150 feet of ice towards a large bullseye 12 feet in diameter. The team with the stone closest to the center of the target scores a point. The name of the game is curling, but the real question to answer is what makes curling so popular? Well, a curling facility in Villa Park called Windy City Curling opened us up to the allure of the sport.
Windy City Curling started around 2014. We originally were an arena ice curling club, which meant we actually played on a hockey rink. About 2019, though, we were able to build the facility that we're here in today, which is a dedicated facility only for curling. We have 3 sheets, and at this point, we're about 130 members.
The attractiveness of the sport comes from the community, attracting people of all ages and backgrounds to enjoy curling, whether as a hobby or as a friendly competition.
The biggest thing with us is it's a social club. We're very inclusive. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, or what you're doing. The club is just a lot of fun.
However, at first glance, curling may seem too obscure or too confusing to get into, especially if you haven't started playing during high school. But like many things worth doing, it's never too late to try.
Try it. I mean, the best thing you do is get on the ice and give it a go, and yeah, my guess is you'll probably like it.
Curling is fun and easy enough, so that just about anyone can pick up. And now, you know just the place. Reporting from Windy City Curling, Tyler Abrams, YTV News.
Thanks, Tyler. And staying on track of sports, Jay Kruger's here to host our Warrior Sports Zone. Good morning, Jay.
Thanks, Gabby. And what's going on, everybody? I'm Jay Kruger, and I'm here to wrap up our winter sports season. With the girls' basketball team out of the state competition, only one player remained alive in the sectionals, freshman Lexi Rojak, competed for a place in the state finals for the three-point shooting competition. She ended up in a 4-way tie for that final spot, but unfortunately lost in a tiebreaker shootout. Congrats, Lexi, and congrats to the girls' basketball team on the phenomenal season. Our boys' basketball team played in a regional competition last week. The 6-seeded Warriors took on a 2nd seed from Aurora Christian. On Wednesday night, behind the hot shooting junior Jeffrey Hilmer, the Warriors upset the Eagles and earned a spot in the regional championship. It was a great team win, and it featured a huge momentum play by Wade Davis. Here's a quick video from that night. The Warriors took on top-seeded Rockford Christian on Friday night in the regional championship. Unfortunately, their season came to an end with a tight 2-point loss. Congrats to the guys on their great year. That's all for the sports news. Back to you, Gabby.
Thanks, Jay. Wheaton Academy offers co-curricular clubs on a whole range of different topics and interests. Frederick Rasky tells you more about a particular club that lets you exercise your voice.
Hello, I'm Frederick Rasky for WATV News, and they are creative, they are passionate, they are outspoken.
Outspoken is a club of students that write poetry and short stories while utilizing their creativity and passion during lunches on Thursdays in room 203. It is led by Ms. Strzelka, Isabel Kelsch, Dakota McCallum, and Hannah Fritz.
A little bit about how the club came to be. So I believe it was in January of my junior year when Isabel Kelsch came up to me and she was just like, hey, I had a thought about starting a spoken word poetry club. Would you be in on it? And I was so excited. I was like, absolutely, we have to start this.
After starting the club, many students have been able to express themselves and grow their creativity.
Being in this club is really, really important for me because I love writing. It actually made me want to pursue it even more in my life, and it's really cool to listen to everyone do their own thing and have different styles of writing.
The club involves writing, but also sharing your voice, which seems to live up to its name, Outspoken.
So we began thinking of names, and I thought, well, we want this to be a club and a space where people can really express themselves, and what would be a good word for that? So we came up with Outspoken.
I think people should also join this club because it's not a professional writing club. It's not for people who have it all figured out. It's for the beginner, it's for the intermediate, for the advanced. I think it's really important to also just find a community of people who are willing to write with you and listen to what you're writing.
Make sure to stop by room 203 on Thursdays at lunch or ask Hannah Fritz, Dakota Johnson, Isabel Kelsch, or Ms. Strzelka if you're interested to join the creative team. For WATV News, I'm Frederick Rasky.
Thanks, Frederick. On this short week, we only have a couple of announcements. The Northern Pines Summer Camp, located just 3 hours north of here in Green Lake, Wisconsin, is looking for childcare assistance this summer. The role would provide childcare services for the adult attendees when the parents are in sessions. It sounds interesting to you? Stop by the Northern Pines table in the atrium on Wednesday during lunch, or connect with Mr. Ellison for more information. The Christian College Fair will be taking place here at Wheaton Academy in 2 weeks, on Monday, March 14th. Student Services needs 4 to 5 students to help set up, to serve during the fair, and to take down tables at the end of the night. Please see Mr. Ellison or Mr. Gergerson to help with this event. Now for our next piece, your hairstyle and clothing may seem normal in the moment, but what if your future self would look back and talk about what they see and speak about the person they once were? This is exactly what Gabby Mitchell asked our current staff to do.
All right, well, this picture, I was just crowned homecoming king. I was the first black homecoming king at Streamwood High School. And my buddy of mine later said that he ran into some people and a kid that I graduated with, and the kid was like, yeah, Kermit Ellison, he was the Rosa Parks of Streamwood High School. He was the first black homecoming king that we had.
This is a picture of me playing Glinda in our school's production of The Wizard of Oz. I was a junior in high school at that time, and I think in this moment I was feeling mostly just nervous and trying to remember my lines, but it was fun.
So this was for my high school's homecoming. We had Nerd Day, and so I was dressed up as a nerd. It was kind of impacted by like the Steve Urkel kind of personality. So I've got my pants up high and I've got the tape around my glasses and likewise the expression.
This is a picture of me from my senior year. It's one of my senior pictures. So I'm wearing my college softball t-shirt. My dog has her college softball t-shirt on as well. And I'm on the Wheaton Academy softball field.
Well, when I look at this, I feel like obviously I'm in the middle of a basketball game against Aurora Christian, and I'm probably thinking to myself, I either just stepped on a massive nail and I'm about to start bleeding through my shoe, or I could be thinking to myself, you better not miss this layup, otherwise you will be benched.
So this picture I love because I have hair. And I used to have great flowing hair. Surprisingly, I'm wearing about one t-shirt, which is, maybe 1 or 2 t-shirts less than I might have worn at the time, plus a flannel, maybe a couple flannels, and maybe like some kind of other, I don't know, lacrosse shirt. Who knows? It was the 90s at the time.
Thanks, Gabby. Before our next story, we thought it'd be fun to show you 3 more pictures of other staff members here at Wheaton Academy back when they were in high school. We'll post these on our Instagram page as well. See if you can name all 3 of them. Now, before we highlight our last news story, Project Lead Local would like to show you the short commercial on the replanting ministry.
We want you to join Project Lead Local in serving at the Replanted Ministry Kids event.
Replanted offers tangible, informational, and emotional support to families of adoptive and foster care children. This offers a place for these families to build community with each other, support each other, and know at a deep level that they are not alone.
The Replanted Community Gathering will be on Friday, March 11th.
We need volunteers to help lead activities and games for the kids, as well as help with setup and tear down.
We need volunteers to arrive by 5 for information on what to do and also for dinner. The event itself will be from 6 to 8.
This event will take place at Church of the Res in downtown Wheaton. Sign-up will be posted outside Mrs. Ball's office in Student Services or in Mrs. Rinker's room in Academy Hall. You can also scan the QR code on the Google form that will be posted around school. Volunteers will be asked to wear WA gear.
Come support foster families on March 11th at Church of the Res.
We hope to see you there!
To recap, the event is on Friday, March 11th, and volunteers are needed to help run the event. Stop by Mrs. Rinker room for more information. Now for our last segment, reporter Emma Vega is back to give you a glimpse into a small local business that's looking for a change.
Doodlebug is a vocational training school located in downtown Wheaton. I interviewed Sarah Stark about how her business has grown and what her favorite part about Doodlebug is. Throughout the video, if you find the want to donate, there's a QR code that you can scan.
Basically, we started it out of a 1-bedroom apartment, went to a 1-car garage, and ended up in a 2.5-car garage. And now we are on Main Street in downtown Wheaton, so it's exciting. My favorite thing about Doodlebug is the participants and their excitement to come here and their joy of creating projects and talking to customers and bragging about their work, their hard work, and the things that they get to learn to do here.
Doodlebug is always looking for new volunteers who are willing to come down and help participants with amazing projects. I interviewed 2 participants about what their favorite projects are.
Mostly the sanding, of course. I like to do the dice, the lawn dice. And
You like doing the lawn dice because you like the belt sander?
belt sander, yes I do.
Birdhouse, holidays, Christmas stuff, and Halloween's, Easter.
From a 1-bedroom apartment to a shop on Main Street, Doodlebug has grown into a successful business, teaching others how to create wonderful pieces of art and selling them to the community. From WATV News, Emma Vega.
That will do it for today. Thanks for joining us. Connect with us on the Instagram at RealWATV or scan this QR code and keep those ideas coming. Enjoy this last day of February, and from all of us at Studio 22, have a great day.